planned for the Manisi area by one particular company. But because of the abundance of steel, of iron ore in the area, there's now the prospect of many other steel companies coming to Zimbabwe. Because there's 78 kilometers of iron ore from Baira, Minyati to Featherstone. All that is iron ore. So world steel companies are drooling about the prospect of coming to Zimbabwe to put steel plants in Zimbabwe. Because from the gate of the steel plants in Zimbabwe, there should be no country which can produce steel cheaper than Zimbabwe. Because those hills are near the blast furnaces. Because the ferrochrome is not far away on the Great Dyke, 20 to 300 kilometers away from the steel plants at Manisi. And the coking coal from Wambi is 400 kilometers by straight line from Manisi. Compare with China, which is to bring it all from Indonesia, 4,000 kilometers away. Australia, 8,000 kilometers away. South Africa, 10,000 kilometers away. Brazil, 12,000 kilometers away. In Zimbabwe, God put everything in one place. So if we can address the power problems which is being addressed now, no steel will be cheaper than that one from Zimbabwe. What does it mean? It means that we become a global center for the production of steel. These are the deliverables which the president has done for this particular country. Beyond that, there is him taking a ride on the shift from fossil fuel vehicle production to a new energy electric vehicle mobility. There is this paradigm shift in how human beings move from combustion, from fossil petroleum to electric energy. And Zimbabwe again is the God-given bonanza of lithium in quantities which make us probably the fifth largest actual resource country in the world, resource nation. And President Nagaba brings the best possible billionaires in that industry into Zimbabwe. And they start producing processing that not just we go to not just mining, but processing. We go to remember we are a landlocked country. If we try to sell ores, we can't compete with countries with coastlines. So the president develops a strategy whereby those minerals are beneficiated in Zimbabwe, like steel, like lithium. So we are now part of the global value chain in the new energy storage batteries of electric vehicles. These are singular successes by the president in the economic sphere. And I'm not talking about self-sufficiency in wheat. I'm not talking about wheat production. Look at how we are offsetting the impact of El Nino last season, by producing winter wheat on a scale unprecedented by Zimbabwe. So these are the things which have really given Zimbabwe kudos when it comes to the hosting of SADC. What I'm saying is nothing succeeds like success. And the industrialization of SADC was something of a showcase of what Zimbabwe is achieving. So those who are detractors of Zimbabwe, those who can never see anything good about their country, they are being hit with the gusts of hot air, spelling success from Zimbabwe. It's said that for all the efforts which have been made up to today by the president, Chamisa has never tried to visit any of the lithium mines. He has never tried to visit the processing plants. He has never tried to visit any of the steel plants, the steel plant which the Zimbabwe, which is, even if it is on his highway to his home in Chile, he goes there, passes through. He never makes a diversion to go to see the mafia which has happened on the sides of the highway which he drives. Why? Because he never wishes anything good from his country. All for power at State House. It blinds them completely from trying to be aware, to notice the success which is hitting like lightning into his eyes. So what does he do? They try to scupper the image. They try to tarnish the image of Zimbabwe and scupper the prospect of Zimbabwe hosting a SADC summit by introducing extraneous issues which are not on the agenda of SADC, which SADC do not entertain, which SADC has refused to entertain. He wants to introduce them, this time by trying to organize diversionary demonstrations, calling for the organizing of diversionary demonstrations. So it won't work this time. First, the population of Zimbabwe is content about what the president is doing. They can see even the sprucing up of the city of Harare itself for this event. His many years of governance of these cities, the CCC, MDC, is nothing except garbage stockpiles. Now we have thoroughfares running through the city from the airport to the new parliament building at Mount Abu. You think a population which now is a stable currency, a population which has got its youths minting money from gold, SMEs, in Makar, in Kwekwe, in Chebutu, in Rwanda. These are young people minting money, $2 billion US dollars worth of gold production by SADC. You think they will listen to somebody who tells them to stop their production every day so that they can spruce the ego of Chamisa and his detractors? They are bound to fail, it won't happen. Even before we talk of the Zimbabwean state's capacity, just the population itself will not listen to that dead end message by Chamisa. So we are looking forward to a very successful SADC summit with our president assuming the chairmanship and brandishing Zimbabwe as the case study of the rise of a post-colonial African modern nation. When you start producing lithium for Toyota, for Ford, for GM, for BMW, for Nissan, for General Motors, for BYD in China. These are the big names now in Canada. When you start producing world-class products, which are finding their way into world-class factories for the production of cars, it makes it not chic. We've arrived as a country. When you start producing steel by a Fortune 500 company, which is in the top 300 in the whole world, the quality from Malaysia is as good as any you can ever find. I may not be surprised that in the next 36 months, you will see powertrains of electric vehicles being manufactured in Zimbabwe because the quality of steel is good. It's coming from the best company doing the business. So the industrialization capacity coming out of Malaysia is mind-boggling. This is going to become the major industrial hub of Africa, producing electric powertrains for the global market. Nothing now stops Zimbabwe from doing that. So the message of the president about industrialization, about the renaissance of Africa, he has got tangibles which is delivering, which everybody can identify with. So he has done a lot to spruce up the image of Harare. New buildings, a new airport, a splendid new parliament building. These are all hallmarks of somebody who knows what he's doing. So I want to say to the president, you've done a good job. Zanu PF, yesterday at the youth conference, there was repeated accolades to the president from the 10 provinces of our youth, who are all mesmerized, if I can put it mildly, by the achievements which the president has delivered. But more than that, they could actually relate some of those projects to their own provinces because of the decentralization mantra. They could relate to these projects in their own provinces. So this is the success which the president is moving into the second dimension with a case study of Zimbabwe successfully showing the rise of a post-colonial modern African nation. And there's no turmoil. Some of the countries, they are African countries, of course. We've had to face some turmoil in recent months. We are Africans, we never, when our fellow African countries are in problems, we always sympathize with and empathize with them. But you can contrast some of those model countries and the challenges which they faced with the stability which Zimbabwe is facing. And this is a Zimbabwe which shows that it acts out of its own volition and delivers homegrown solutions about our progress. So much on the SADC, we are very confident that this will be a very, very resounding success, and that Zimbabwe's chairmanship will chart new vistas for Africa's forward march as a rising continent, and we congratulate the president for this achievement, and we condemn unreservedly the rogue elements who are driven by selfishness and jealousy about this success of Zimbabwe and are trying to stir up nefarious agendas on the social media. They won't succeed. The other thing which I want to highlight is that the youth conference, youth assembly yesterday followed the footsteps of the women's assembly earlier on as we build up towards our party elective congress in October this year. And in their affirmation of the leadership, of their loyalty to the leadership of President E.J. Nangabo. So this is an important win, following again with the area on the Veterans Congress, another organ of the party. So 3 organs of the party have all come out guns blazing in support of the leadership of President E.D. Nangabo. Yes, there has been some debate about succession, but I want to highlight that the president yesterday said he's a constitutionalist. He will stick to the constitution, which, by the way, he was the chief architect in the Zimbabwe constitution. The president was the Minister of Justice and Vice President later on when it was written. He was the chief legal mind of that constitution. It's inconceivable that somebody who writes a constitution himself can then be apostate to the constitution which he has written. It does not sound right, because he would have actually put the ideas which are being falsely attributed to him into the tenets of that particular constitution when he was writing. So yesterday he went out of his way at the Youth Assembly to say he is a constitutionalist who abides by the tenets of the Constitution. This debate is being foisted from external quarters. And sometimes in Shona, there's an apt, in fact, in Shona, not sometimes, there is an apt adage. Kana wachida kuziya mwana wemhuru, akuna kuda kuziya amai vemhuru, bata musukwe wayo. Amai vacho vanobva waya kuzokutunga. Now to get Malema from South Africa, coming from Norway, talking about succession in Zimbabwe, it shows that this is a foreign agenda. And to whom does Malema pander to? He panders to the dictates of the post-colonial or of the colonial company, colonial era company, Anglo-American, which is an offshoot from Cecil John Rhodes, which actually ran this region from Cape Town up to the Copper Belt in Congo and Zambia. And it manifests itself to today in an organization called the Brandeis Foundation. The Brandeis Foundation is the one which authored Mumba of Zambia's document about the elections in Zimbabwe. This is the ilk from which Julius Malema emanates from. He posits as a pseudo-revolutionary and a cryptic intellectual. He never properly went to school. And he propounds big theories about how Zimbabwe should be run as if it is his own country. At 43 years of age, he is no longer a youth. Who is he from South Africa to try to tell the youth of Zimbabwe who should be there? Why? Because he's a friend of Kasukuwere, who a few days ago was echoing the same sentiments between youths of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe must arise. Must arise. he has just been in an election. He comes third for a party which broke away from the ANC several years ago. Third from a Umkondo Wesizwe's MP from Zuma, a party which is under 6 months. It's clear that the pseudo-revolutionary message within South Africa has reached a dead end. That's why he could be overtaken. That's why he never made it himself to become the president. So charity begins at home. If you are so good at leadership that you can give strictures to Zimbabwean youth, why not make it success your own homegrown right to power at Mashamanzo in Pretoria, in Botswana? He can't. So he suffers from the Rhodes syndrome. A sick young man comes from Europe, lands in South Africa, diamonds are discovered. He ends up as the ruler of South Africa and builds an empire from South Africa, dreaming all the Cape to Cairo. These grandiose ideas about an interloping colonial are what shapes Malema's brain. He sees himself as the ruler of Zimbabwe. As if the people of Zimbabwe on their own are not enough to be ruling their country. We say to him, keep your debt heads out of Zimbabwe's affairs. Malema, focus on trying to win the South African election first. That's why there are boundaries. That's why the Limpopo is a boundary between Zimbabwe and South Africa. She has no authority at all to be speaking about Zimbabwean politics. And these illusions and delusions of grandeur of being a latter-day African Cecil John Rhodes, straddling from Cape to Cairo. This time we want to say from Cape to Harare. It won't happen. Our youths, I will speak about what they've done for this country later. They will not listen to the nonsense which is coming from Malema. He has no deliverables himself from within his political career, which one can count on. Now look at what the President of the Second Republic has done in 5 years. Raised production of gold from less than 10 tons to 35 to 40 tons, supported by Zimbabwe's youths who are accounting for 60 to 70% of that gold production. You know when they were here last week, youths of Zimbabwe, their organization, they were at a gold association meeting in Shanghai. This is the foremost gold buying country of the world today. They compete with America. This is what Zimbabwean youths have now earned for themselves. High seats at the global gold market. They are now in Zimbabwe because they can produce $2 billion worth of gold a year and they can go beyond that. These are tangibles. This is what is behind the activities of the Zimbabwean youth. Now you are being told by a charlatan from South Africa to work against a government which has made you so rich that you can account for $2 billion. You think they will listen to him? They won't. This is what Zimbabwe's youth have achieved. More than that, you may not know that Manise was built in like 18 months as a steel plant. 18 world-class technology crafted to young Zimbabweans. The structure which you see there is fabricated in Zimbabwe. Only the core technology came from China. The Chinese experts came, 400 of them. They taught 1,800 young Zimbabweans how to fabricate steel to build the superstructure which you see there. Those powers, like that power station producing 80 megawatts, built by Zimbabweans. The glass furnaces themselves, built by young Zimbabweans, fabricated that steel, coming raw from China and South Africa, being worked upon by Zimbabweans. In terms of steel fabrication, our young people now are as good as anybody in the world today. Actually, those people, they deserve certificates for achievement. This is young Zimbabweans showing what they can do with the world when given a chance of exposure to world-class technology. Why do they have to listen to Kasukuwere? What did he achieve when he was a minister of indigenization? Loud mouth, talking ignorance all the time, because he never had a proper exposure to school when everybody else was going to school during that period of time. So his miseducation and the cryptic knowledge of Malema about school created this subversive combustion which makes them talk about things which are beyond their intellectual capabilities to grasp. Nobody will listen to them because Zimbabwe's youths are achievers. Look at what they are doing with the gold leaf of gold of tobacco. $800 million every season. Satisfying the best cigarette makers in the whole world. That's why every March they all come to the tobacco auction floors in Zimbabwe. World-class tobacco production, Zimbabwe is number one. Who's doing it? Zimbabwe is doing it. These things would not have been possible without the Zimbabwe revolution. And the stabilization of the currency is seeing this world translate into the pockets of these young people. Now you want to tell them that there is something wrong about their government. You go to your head, get your head examined. So the Zimbabwean youths, they are focused on progress and they see deliverables coming from our president. Obviously, when the Malemas start talking of succession and they are not members of the party and they are not Zimbabweans, it creates anxiety among these youth. So they develop a defensive attitude and they go for strong leadership. That's why they are saying to President Rabai Muripo, because we want to safeguard the wins which we are scoring right now. You've delivered wins. We see more of them coming. We want Rabai Muripo. It's a democratic wish on the part of the youth. After all, it's a revolutionary democratic party. They are free, like the women, like the war veterans, to express themselves on that particular issue. You cannot say they should be stopped from debating, from expressing their intentions. But at the same time, they are also pushing back against the anxiety and insecurity of those who want to become dictators of who should be the ruler of Zimbabwe and who should not be. So they are also appealing to our party leadership to close ranks so that none among our party leadership is found vulnerable or susceptible to these misdirected calls from outside parties. Why didn't Anglo-American establish a world-class steel facility in Zimbabwe when they were rulers in colonial times? Now they want to hand the progress which is being made. You see it by even creating falsehoods about Chinese investments. Here is a country which is responsible for most of the world production today, China, even for America, even for Britain, even for the West. Most of their goods come from China. It comes and invests in your country. And it is being judged by those who are used to the Rhodesian industries. All the Rhodesian industries produced short goods during the Smith's era. And when they were exposed to world markets, nobody bought Rhodesian goods. That's why those factories collapsed. Now the president is building world-class new factories in Zimbabwe. And those investors, they are being racially red-lined or yellow-lined called the yellow peril from Rhodesian times. Anything Chinese, because they say yellow peril. So they ascribe falsehoods of all sorts about Chinese investors, about Chinese people. We are not a racist country. That's why we tolerated whites even when we were fighting against them. That's why we have the most appealing race relations in the world today. Some people are rioting in London on racial rights today. In Zimbabwe, we don't have anything of that. I don't see my white neighbors as anything other than Zimbabwe. We have a model of racial tolerance which is unbeaten on the global stage. So all tendencies at trying to bring racial profiles about investors, ZANU-PF condemns unreservedly because the president said we are open for business and capital is no color. Capital is funds. You can come in US dollar and yen, in Chinese renminbi, in British pounds, now in ZIP. The capital is no color. You only see the end product. If you still plant, that's what capital has done. It could have been by a Japanese, by an Indian, by a Korean, or by whatever. So the president says Zimbabwe is open for business. So we ZANU-PF will condemn any attempts at racial profiling of investors whom the president is working so hard to bring into the Zimbabwe economy. Just get more of my notes. Give me a little bit. Get your you want me? I will not take it up. No, generally, I'm not going to move it. Very soon I will be ready to speak. The other thing is we had a visit from the candidate of his sister party, Freddie, a young man, 47 years old, chap. For Mozambique, this is the first time a born free is a candidate for the ruling part of Mozambique. We are very happy about this choice by Freddie, our sister revolutionary party. It clearly shows a passing of the baton from one generation to the next. So he came here, he was hosted by ZANU-PF in this building. He also met our president in this, the State House, and the discussions were most cordial. He then had a chance to meet expatriate Mozambican community in Zimbabwe, and there was palpable confidence about national identity from the Mozambicans who are in Zimbabwe. You know, we are, before the Portuguese and the British came, we were one country. We exported the great Zimbabwe civilization, all its gold and ivory from Mozambican ports. So these bonds, which are historical, were cemented by our common struggle during the national liberation wars against racism and apartheid in South Africa. So when we get a visit from Frelimo, we feel enchanted because we are sister or brother parties. So he came here and he was so thankful about his visit and the support which he got from Zimbabwe. He went back to Maputo and Frelimo saw it fit to send a delegation to Zimbabwe, to the ruling party, to the government of Zimbabwe, to say thank you so much for the warm reception which you gave to our prospective candidate, to our candidate for prospective elections. The elections are coming 9 October in Mozambique, and we are wishing all the best to President Daniel Chapo, 47 years old, to win on behalf of Frelimo and take advantage of the Frelimo win to cement the relations between Zimbabwe and Mozambique to a higher level. You can see what is going to happen now Zimbabwe coming back as the economic hinterland of Mozambique. Beira and Mutare collapsed in the 1960s. First, because the federation ended in 1963, so the economic prospects dimmed. 2 years later, Ian Smith went hard to destroy the federation, declared UDI, and the country was, Rhodesia was placed under sanctions. So again, Mutare and Beira suffered because they couldn't be the gateway, eastern gateway exports of Zimbabwe's economic, of Rhodesia's economic internet. 2 years in 1975, a year after Frelimo took over, Zimbabwean youths poured into Mozambique in their tens of thousands, seeking arms and training to fight against Ian Smith. They were obviously inspired by Comrade Sabara Machel and built upon what John Papa and Comrade China Chitepo had done in Zanu. So in 76, in February, the borders closed between Zimbabwe and Mozambique because of the war. So again, Beira and Mutare suffered. The railway line was cut. For 5 years, when war, there could be no commerce between the two countries because of the war. After the war, the South Africans stopped the integration of Zimbabwe and Mozambique economies by supporting Renamo. We had to send our army to try to restore and protect the links both between Beira and Mutare. We were now forced as a country to go all the way to Durban, 2,000 kilometers away, to export. A container leaves New York or Shanghai for $800 to Durban. Then it's rail and road transported to Zimbabwe. By the time it is here, it's $4,000. You can't compete when you are in such an inflationary environment caused by inordinate transport and logistics costs. Now what the president has done with the restoration of lithium mining processing, with Manise becoming, because most of the steel from Manise is not for local consumption. It is for export to other countries. Now you can see that there is the prospects of Mozambique and Zimbabwe coming together with economic interest in Zimbabwe, supporting Mozambique as our logistical gateway to the world trade. So Mutare is going to be back full force. Beira is going to build new ports full force. This is what the president is delivering to the two economies of these two countries. So the links between Zimbabwe and Mozambique will almost be like that one between France and Germany, which formed the European Union. We are going to be joined at the hip once again in the economic development. These are part of those deliveries which I keep on happy about what the president is doing. What do they do, these economic deliveries? They create a can-do it confidence among the youth of this country. So, unlike the despondence which was in the First Republic, we were always apologizing for being Zimbabweans, now there's a new pride. And this is why the youth are identifying with President Mnangagwa, because he has a vision, and a vision which is giving tangible results. And they don't want their future to be stolen away by the likes of Julius and Malema and Kasukuwere. They don't like it, because the president is doing things which are making them realize that they can become global citizens who can produce world-class goods made in Zimbabwe for the global market. So they have a new confidence, the youth. So we are so happy about our links with Mozambique, a southern country, and we are praying hard, and we will support to any extent possible that President Daniel Chapo, the youthful leader of Frelimo, emerges as the new president of Mozambique come October. We also hail our president and the importance of science and technology. He has since gone on to instruct all Zimbabwean universities to develop research and develop faculties and innovation centers with a particular focus on a certain discipline. Universities create knowledge centers. Investors tap on those knowledge centers to apply external technical capacity, technological prowess, married to local intellectual power. And then your country can start producing its own homegrown goods for the global market. We have to be a scientific country to make progress. And by the way, the only reason why we won the war of national liberation is because we use scientific socialism to analyze our society and mobilize our people according to their grievances in which we have been studied in a scientific manner so that they could support the war. The same principle is what the president is now applying for our economic development. Science and technology is important. So and it creates again a sense of purpose for our youth because they are the ones who have the minds which can apply themselves to these challenges of innovation when we are part of the global and regional economy. We are positioning Zimbabwe for the African Free Trade Union Agreement. We want to produce goods which are made in Zimbabwe for 1.2 billion Africans, who are the most youthful consumers in the global stage today. Africa has got a dynamic young population, most of them below 35. And if they are given a chance to use the best technology, like what they did to Manisa, they will prove themselves that they can be global class workers who quickly and confidently convert capital funds into profit. And when you do that, businessmen flock to your country because they see their money being turned into profits by a competent labor force which is disciplined, which can deliver world-class goods made for the global market. So it is very important that when we hail the president for putting science at the center of our national development agenda. We are also very happy that after 3 years, the biggest economy in the world, which is America, has found it fit now to have an ambassador come to be credited in Zimbabwe. All along, they have been running the embassy with the charge d'affaires. They were one of the biggest embassies in Southern Africa. There was no ambassador. We are so happy and we welcome Ambassador Panela Tremont, the ambassador of the United States of America, to Harare. And we hope that this time the emphasis of America on the negative about Zimbabwe is displaced by a much more healthier appreciation of the new realities of Zimbabwe as a regional player, as a continental player, and as a country which is trying to find its space on the global stage. We really pray hard that the upcoming American elections in November will give this ambassador a better leeway, a better mandate to pursue more positive relations with Zimbabwe. They have to displace the old chapters about regime change, about gratuitously attacking Zimbabwe, about phony human rights abuses. We have ever killed 50 people in demonstrations like other countries. But we don't see the demonstrations in the UK now, which are on racial or religious lines in Zimbabwe. But somehow we've always been on the wrong side of attacks by the West. This is the real question of We are hopeful that under Ambassador Tremont, we get into a new chapter because if we get on well as we do with China, with America, which is the biggest economy in the world, our prospects of prosperity get bright because America is a big market. Still, even for our steel, America wants to build its infrastructure to match that of China. We can sell them good quality steel from Zimbabwe. Nothing wrong with that. And we make more money, then the Zimbabwe's zinc can even become stronger than what it is. So we are very confident. We are praying with quite confidence that our relations with Washington will get to a new chapter, which is more focused on trade, finance, technological exchange, and people-to-people exchanges. Zimbabweans, they love good education. America provides it. I'm a product of American education. After the war, I got 3 university qualification degrees from America. I know what they can do, the Americans. So I very much push for positive relations between Zimbabwe and America. Then, in a similar vein, at the beginning of this month, the China-Africa Forum is going to be held in Beijing. It's a summit of African leaders, and our president has been invited by the Chinese government to attend this summit. We are looking forward to more and deeper relations between Beijing and Harare, particularly in the area of manufacturing. Technology we are using for lithium is coming from China. It is the best which is on the global stage today, lithium processing. China is unbeaten in lithium processing. They got a whole full value chain of lithium processing. So if we can marry their technology to our national resource, it means more prosperity. The gold equipment which young people are using to mine gold, the most appropriate technology is from China, because in China gold is everywhere, like in Zimbabwe. The technology from South Africa, the equipment from South Africa, is not so good because it's for deep reef mining up to 2 kilometers underground. In Zimbabwe, gold is everywhere on the surface. So we need more and more Chinese equipment. Then we can increase our gold production. Instead of young people digging 4 hours a day and then looking for the equipment all over in the equipment, they may now start digging 24 hours in shifts with solar panels lighting their mines, even underground in shafts, so they save it and they get better equipment. So we hope, again, in gold production, we can increase our cooperation with Chinese technology so that we can produce more gold. And if we produce more gold, it means the zinc becomes stronger. We may get to a situation where the US dollar is 3 and the Zimbabwe dollar zinc is 1. Because gold is better money than the US dollar. You understand? So these are the things which we hope will be part on the plate of the president, because young people have already been breaking the ground, business ground, by going to Shanghai, the major city of China, for commercial relations. The same thing with steel. You know, the first time the president met the Chinese tycoon, Xiang Guangda, Mr. Big Shot, the one behind Manisa, was in 2013. By then we had fellow from Zanu at Afroshin, by Afroshin. Then things stalled a little bit. In 2018, after Operation Restore Legacy, the president went to China. He visited the same tycoon in their capital city, provincial capital city of Guangzhou. Out of that interaction between the president and the chairman of Tsingshan, Mr. Xiang Guangda, we got the coke oven batteries in Wangi. Do you know that we now almost produce 1 million US dollars worth of 1 million tons of coking coal? We now supply the region, South Africa, Zambia, Congo. We all supply from Zimbabwe. And do you know whom we've kicked out of the market for coking coal? We kicked out the Chinese. It used to come from China. Now it's coming from Wangi. Now that's why that road between Bulawayo and Wangi is so bad, because trucks are carrying coking coal to South Africa. We need to put that on the railway line. So it means we can invest on the railway line because there is a balance sheet for investment in railways. We shift from trucks to railways, the same money in railways.